was a terrible way to start the damn live stream, but whatever, no one's here yet. No one's here. So, we're about to go in a very long, lorely things that I really want to show you guys. So, I know I haven't been updating you guys on lore very much recently, but it's because I am working on so much shit, specifically in Sandy's AU, so yeah, that's why I haven't said anything yet. So, yay. Hold on a second, because I need to check something. Yay. Yippee. Yippee. I feel so skibbity. Okay. I don't know whether I can see the chat or not. I don't know. Kinda weird. Well, now I'm gonna save the most important stuff for last. So, first we're gonna start with some character designs, because there's new OCs now. Like, about 6 or 7. 6, 7. Okay, no, seriously, there's about like 6, 7, possibly 8 new OCs that I haven't really talked about yet. So, let me just grab them drawings. Well, actually, I drew some of them digitally as well, but not all of them. So, starting with traditional first. Okay. Let me grab them. Wee! Oh, no one's in the live stream. Whatever. Well, actually, there's not only new OCs, but there are also a couple of new designs. And I don't mean, like... And by the way, by that I mean, like... It's the same character, yet a different version. Yeah, different. Because, like, some of them have evolved. Basically, that's the best way I can explain it. It's best way. And hold on as I pull out a bunch of papers from my folder. Because when I tell you that I have been working on a lot of things, when I tell you, and I mean a lot. I don't even know how many papers I'm taking out right now. I don't even know how. Hold on. But yeah, I'm only going over the color jump layout for now. So, because, you know, that's the one that's getting the most new things. Actually, I think that's all the papers. Yep, that's all of them. That's all the papers. Let me just count how many there are, because I don't even know anymore. I lost track. Okay, I got 9 drawings right here. I'm going to have to show you guys for this. Going on to... You know what? I'll go from, I'll go from oldest to newest designs. Good. So let me try to get them in order. Cause I don't. Wait, we got Emma. Okay. I shouldn't be saying that out loud, cause let me just mute real quick so I don't accidentally leak anything before I even show the drawings. Okay, I have now gotten them in the right order. So, oh, I'm surprised that worked, honestly. Surprised. I thought it wouldn't let me do that. Hey, I don't want anyone seeing my toes. Anyway. Okay. First new OC. Well, actually, she's practically not OC. She's a new persona, more likey, because she's basically me. Basically. Yes, I decided to self-insert myself into the story for funnies. And actually, she makes a pretty big difference, like a pretty big impact on the on the future lore. So, first we have KB12. Very silly and chaotic. She looks like a freaking girl boss, and I love it. Got the shoes. I've got no dress. That makes me a princess. Okay, what am I talking about? And yes, this is the first OC to ever have shoes. Ever have. I don't know why I started coughing. Anyway. Okay, this is actually 3 characters in one design, but I guess I'll just show them all? Question mark. So first we have Emma, which basically Hanny and sorry. Why did I call her by her nickname? Okay. Hannah and Amelia turned themselves transferred themselves into the digital world as Emma and Hanny. Hanny will be shown later, because I don't think I even have any traditional drawings of her. But, wait, what the fuck? My camera just crashed. Okay, camera. I think it does that when I'm not doing anything. I cannot do it. Okay, anyways. So, yeah. This is Amelia. Just keep that in mind. Okay? That's Amelia. This is Kit, which is also him at the same time. Because this is him, but these two are the same. It's just that he evolved. And yes, I finally gave this mother fricker a name after 2 months. Yay! And also, you may be wondering, who is this bottom character? That's not a new character. That's Rookie. Surprisingly, that's Rookie. Rookie has evolved into a very dangerous menace. She's a menace to digital society. Which, actually, I was going to show this a bit later, but since I already showed her, I guess I'll show the full thing now. This is the entire design of what Rookie looks like now. Very, it's giving Doomsday vibes. Severe Doomsday vibes. I mean, Yeah, I truly cannot see the chat. Anyways, yep, very doomsday. Alright. Hold on. I'm gonna pause the live stream real quick. Okay, I have returned. I was just doing something. Okay. So now, this next one is going to be a gigantic, and I mean absolutely huge, bombshell. But did you know that Sandy and Sandra May used to be humans? Of course you didn't, because I never said anything. But it's true. I even have their designs right here. They're children. Regular children. They are freaking children. And I'll get to what happened to them a little later in the stream. A little later. And ironically, next thing is their father, who is also the founder of the Sandy Beach Company. Ironically, you may think, such a silly guy. You know that's never true in over half of the cases when it comes to this AU. I'm going to warn you. This man is evil. I'm going to warn you. There is a very specific reason as to why he turned his daughters into cartoons in the first place. But I will not get to that right now. I will get to it, like I said, a little later in the stream when I actually start talking about the lore and to know the characters. And so, next, him. This. For the love of freaking God, what is wrong with my camera app? Please just stay on. Please. Anyways, this is the poet. I know. He looks like a fucking mess. Looks like a... That's the point. He's supposed to look like a mess. That was the point. I wanted to try something new. And instead of using solid lines, like I normally do, I decided to use scribbles. Because it's funny. And also, I forgot to mention, this is the founder's brother, aka the uncle of the children I just showed you earlier. That will be important. That will be... Trust me, very important to know. Hey, hold on. Let me pause it again. Okay. Now. Yeah, I truly can't see the chat. Oh, dang it. I don't know. C E. And this is a design I made yesterday. And this is the only thing that I will not talk about. Because this event is so important that I will not say anything about what happened until I actually finish the lore on it. Here is an angel. That's it. I'm not saying what her name is because that will immediately give it away. But this is a very beautiful and majestic angel. I'm going to warn you. Despite the fact that I'm not saying anything about who this is or what happened to her, I'm going to admit, this is someone in the Sandy crew. The new Sandy crew. Because, the Sandy crew got updated, so now it has 6 members, which I am also going to talk about later. And actually, that later might be now, because now we're getting to the lore part. No, I think. Actually, wait a minute. No, I'm stupid. There's a couple more characters I need to... Don't worry, it's only like 2, I think. So, okay. First one... Don't ask why this is here. Don't ask. This is someone who calls himself the Savior. Is he the Savior? Well, no one really knows. Because he says he's the Savior. But the poet always calls him the liar. So who is lying exactly? Who is lying? No one will know. Yet. No one will know. And also, yes, I drew this evolved rookie, so you have an idea. I know her knees look a little, combusted, but that was the worst word to use. They look a little weird, but, like, a little weird. There's nothing else in here that's that important, I guess. So now we're gonna get to the biggest thing I will ever show you. I never thought that I would show this to anyone, but I decided, you know what? I am going to show everything that I have been working on. Because for the past 2 or possibly 3-ish months, I have been working on a roleplay with my jammy bot of all the lore that is after Sandy got corrupted. You know, got turned into that creature that I posted about way back last year. Way back. You see how long this is already? It's not even halfway done. It's very long. I'm going to tell you. I have been working on this for a very long time, and this is why I haven't said anything, absolutely nothing, about the Sandy crew lore. The last thing I said was that Sandy is cooked. And, yeah, she is. This is still not done. This is still not done. This is still not done. This is... It is so horrifically long that it's terrifying. And I'm going to admit some of this shit is weird, but everything in my AUs is frick weird. Wait, hold on. Let me just pause this. Okay, back to this. Now, this damn roleplay is so long. That's it. It is terrifying how long this is. It is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. This is not done. This is still going. You're actually going to have to wait a while because of how horrifically long this damn roleplay is. How horrific. And also, Kimmy, if you just joined, I won't be able to see anything you say, because I can't see the chat for some reason. I cannot see the chat at all. Cannot see. Why is it still going? Anyway, please, just end. Alright, I genuinely regret making it this long. Oh my god. Uh. Yeah. It's too fucking long. Okay, fuck. Why? What the fuck? What was I talking about? What was I talking about in that long paragraph? What was I talking? Obviously, I'm not going to like make you read the entire chat because that would take so horrifically long. So I'm just gonna go over some things that happen in here and to do some little explanations. This is still going. You know, I'm just gonna go back. I'm just gonna go to the part where KB12 appears because that's the most important part. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Well, actually, no. It's not the most important, but like, oh my god! Alright, I'm crashing the hell out. Why is this still going? Why is this? This might take like 2 hours just to go all the way up. Well, sorry, no. This might take like 2 hours just to explain everything, but that's why I did this early. That's why I did at like 3. Okay, here we are. This is where hold on. This is where KB12 and Kaimo appear. Yes, Kaimo is back, guys. Kaimo is back. He is back. Yeah, screams. Yeah, KB12's actual name is a bit too long, so that's why she shortens it to KB12 all the time. Don't mind him looking like two watch long screams together, because that's exactly what he... Anyways. Trying to go and get the important things. La la la. So yeah, both KB12 and Kaimo are universe hoppers. I hope you guys don't get motion sick, because we're... Okay, I need to stop giggling at random parts. Why did I make a universe where everyone was British? Anyway, everyone... There was too much tea involved. I don't know what tea. Yep, that's right. Sandy is in the freaking Shadow Realm. Well, she was. She was in the Shadow Realm. She was. Do not ask why. Anglo literally kidnapped her soul and snatched it. And took it all the way to the freaking Shadow Realm. Took it up. And yes, we were calling him Angelo for a while, because that was his real name while he was alive. Hint, hint. Anyway, anyway. He evil. Evil guy. Okay, let's see. Yeah, like I said, Amelia kind of put herself into here. So, wait, hold on. Sorry for randomly pausing, it's just, Oh my god, sorry about that. Something happened with the stream for some reason. Let me make this tiny again. Okay. Now I gotta go all the way back up to where I started. Now I gotta... Great. Frickin' great. I'm just gonna give y'all some random facts while I'm scrolling up. You know what? All that earlier stuff, actually, it's not entirely important, but, because, okay, just to sum it all up, KB12 and okay, so, actually, no, that's the wrong place to start. So what happened is that Sandy got sent to the Shadow Realm. So, and, see, her body didn't get sent. Her soul did. So, she couldn't actually leave the universe if she wanted to. Her body got turned into, you know, a monster. So, okay. Because of the fact that she can't leave without a body, KB12 got the insane idea to grab a dead body from a completely different universe and use that. And then, actually, she went to get and then... Actually, no, that's not right at all. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting things. Anyway. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Okay, back to what I was saying. So, yeah. The thing is, when they went to see Sandy at the Shadow Realm, well, it worked, because, like, when Emma was taking guard, they managed to trick her into letting them in. Somehow. Because, you know, KB12 be a trickster. KB12. And then, they managed to go see Sandy. It worked. But then, while they were leaving, Anglo caught them. And you know what happened? Well, he didn't, like, capture them or anything, but he noticed that they were there. And he basically tried to murder everyone. Like, just imagine this. Jimmy, Kadono, KB12, Hanny, and Kaimo running for their freaking lives as Anglo's using his powers to not only send a bunch of spikes after them, but also make them rise up from the ground randomly. That's basically very chaotic, if you asked me. But yeah, so that happened. And then, well, that whole dead body thing I just talked about, that happened afterwards. But you want to know something that happened? While they were in that chaotic situation, Jeremy ended up getting stabbed in the leg. And turns out those spikes actually had, like, corruption on them. And she ended up in the same situation as Sandy. So now they needed 2 dead bodies. Now they need... So how they managed to do this is that... How they managed to, bail their asses out of there is that KB12 and Hanny, they pretended to join Anglo, but, like, as different identities, because, They both had the ability to change their appearances. It was pretty cool. And let me think. So yeah, they pretended to join him, and see, the funny thing about KB12 is that bag that she has, anything can fit in there. It's basically an alternate dimension inside her bag. It's pretty funny. So what they did is when KB12 and Hanny could be alone with them, she snuck there in the bag and got out of there. Well, they tried to, but they ended up running to Anglo again, and then it was an epic boss fight. Let's say that Anglo lost not only the fight, but all of his powers. And if you're wondering, it's not that KB12 and Hanny got his powers, it's just that they got stolen by someone else. It's kinda obvious who that someone else is, because who got the biggest makeover? Rookie. Rookie stole all of his powers and left. Betrayal. Yay. Yeah. So then, after that, it was like 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later. Like, hold on. Let me go to that part. Yeah, 2 weeks later, something weird happened. And actually, no, forgot to say something, but despite Angela being defeated, there was a problem that happened with Sandy that it was pretty permanent, and that was that her eye got kind of corrupted, so like when she tries to see out of it, everything's just glitchy and distorted as hell. So yeah, that actually stayed even after Angela was defeated, so she has to wear an eye patch now, huh? Just a totally random detail. And also, she kind of has to say goodbye to her glasses. So you will never see her with glasses ever again. Never see her. Instead, it will be that classic eye patch. Yay. I'm gonna steal your gold, Jeremy. Yay. Okay, no. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the fact that KB12 just literally exploded. Literally. Of course, Andy says that. Of course, And then that's the weird part. Sandy decided to go take a nap. That's not even normal. What's not even... She is that one girl that just has way too much energy, so it is not like her to go take a fucking nap. And I'm like, she barely even sleeps a majority of the time. Barely even sleeps. Yes, Kadona does canonically take too many naps in the day because he's a sleepyhead. What else can I say? What else can I... She's getting possessed. What is she... She's not getting possessed again, guys. I swear, she's not getting possessed. She's gonna get emotionally tortured. Don't worry, it's not physical this time. It's emotionally and mentally. Well, actually, no, not mentally. Just emotionally, actually. Which I guess is slightly better, but it's... You know, okay. Shooting is... I'm sorry, that Pope comment is very funny. Why did I accidentally say comic? And then... Yeah, you see how she looks kind of disturbed in her sleep? That's because she's having a very weird dream. Very weird dream. And you know who is in that dream? The poet! This is where he comes in. Because I mentioned the poet earlier. And I mentioned the brother of William, the founder. What if I tell you that Thomas and the poet are the same one? They're both exactly the same. Both exactly. Evil noises. Anyway. But yeah, Thomas is the poet. Confirmed. Very nice. And actually... I have a comic that, well, it's not completely finished, but I have actually started making a poet about what exactly happened in that dream. I'm not going to show you that, but I will give you guys the warning that he gave Sandy. Because trust me when I say this will be very, very, very important. Let me just find that damn paper, because yes, over half of the things I have are on paper. And of course it is basically a poem. Like I'm saying, because he's not called the poet for nothing. Hardy har har. Anyways, here is this, and I quote, warning that the poet gave to Sandy in that specific dream. All may seem full of happiness, but there is still the lingering of the darkness. Your trial is still not finished, even if Anglo is diminished. There is an old friend of yours who has turned grim, trying to bend the dark to his whim. No, notice the word his. Notice it is not Rookie and it is not Emma. It is not Emma. Well, despite the fact that they're teamed up with him, it's not... Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna shut up and continue. Darkness has always been inevitable. Your poor soul is very... Wait, sorry, I read that wrong. Darkness, your soul is very severable. The darkness is always there. lurking in the shadows. When it will strike, nobody knows. But when it strikes, it will be suffocating, for on shaky shoulders it is weighing. As it grips like a vice, you will need a sacrifice. And quickly. Notice that those last 3 lines. Notice those. That will be the most important part. That will be the most. Wow, did my viewers just fucking evaporate? Because I told them a poem. Told them. Anyway. But yeah. It's exactly what you think. Someone is going to die. I already said this, but I'm going to say it again. Someone will definitely die. Someone will die. Okay, anyways, back to showing you guys this. Told you something was wrong. She's very confused. Very confused. She needs her rest, you idiot. Stop being such a damn pest. Why is she rhyming? She's not the poet. She's not. Oh, wait. And basically, she was talking about what he said to her. So let me skip that part because I already told you. La la la. Don't ask about the BFDI reference. Don't ask. Okay, I'm just gonna get past the part where we went completely off the rails, completely. Yeah, it's the same thing, but I was explaining what happened. What everything meant, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Pretty self-explanatory. But hey, Harry here has a pretty good question. Could the poet be good or evil? I'm sorry, wait. Which could it be? I'm going to give you another spoiler. Well, this video is full of spoilers, so obviously, the poet's actually a good guy. Don't worry, he's not another villain. His brother is. Brother. And it's pretty obvious who that brother actually is. Because he's a very colorful dude with 6 wings and a very... Oh yeah, I forgot to say that, it wasn't in that poem specifically, but there was another thing that the poet said, because Sandy asked if someone was going to die, because, I mean, I get it was self-explanatory, but she was still confused, okay, so he said this, death or risk, I am not sure. But whoever does it must be pure. Obviously, it's not me. It is not KB12. Because I'm KB12, and you think I live in your heart? I should not be laughing over freaking death. Okay, but honestly, I laugh at death all the time when it comes to like the fictional sense. So, and for some reason, KB12 got the very smart idea to track his location. I can track his. Yes, KB12 has smart glasses that have way too many features. Like being able to track down a fucking angel. Being able to... Somehow. Of course it's in heaven. So yeah, yeah, they're heaven, they're in heaven, that's everything that's happened in that roleplay so far. Okay. Trust me, I always say there will definitely be more. And as a small bonus, I'm going to show you some Got to Life 2 designs of the new characters. Okay? Just so you get a general idea of what they look like. Like, actually, with color. So yeah, we got Thomas. Notice that here, there's a specific, there's a cut on one specific eye, which is the same eye that the poet has the cut on. Not the cut, the X. Very important detail. I go overboard with design, I know, I'm crazy, but okay. And then, the Savior, I couldn't have made it so that there were 6 wings, so I had to settle for 4. Yeah, here's the Savior, and here's William. Again, almost exactly the same. Sure, William changed himself a lot more, but you can still kind of tell that it's the same dude. I guess. Let me see. Okay, here's the new Sandy, by the way. She does not have glasses, like I told you. Does not. Just to let you know. There isn't actually anything else here. Actually, I thought I would have more, not gonna lie. I thought I was... Now to drop some completely random facts. Okay. Numero uno. Sandra May canonically has a snake. A corn snake, to be a bit more specific. His name's Cornimbus. He's... And, since Jamie is terrified of snakes, this might cause a bit of an issue. Okay. Let me think. I know I have some more random facts to give y'all, but I don't know. I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, nobody knows why, but Sandy has a very, very, very weird addiction to Coca-Cola. Very weird. Kinda like I do, but a lot worse. You know what I mean. Like, she drinks at least 5 cans a freaking day. Honestly, I would, but my mom does not let me. My mom doesn't. I'm limited to like 1 or 2 a day. But to be fair, it's still kind of bad. So kind of... Oh yeah, speaking of Sandy, she has a full name. Let me just show you what her full name is. Okay, here we are. Sandy's page. Trust me, there's some pretty important details that I haven't actually talked about. So, there's a detail that I completely forgot about that I have to tell you. But, before Sandy got corrupted, yeah. Now, I know this doesn't matter anymore because Glow's defeated and all, but Rookie isn't. So, there's a possibility that this feature is still there. But, wait, hold on. So, there is a certain question that she asks when being downloaded. And it is, why did you download me? Like, why do you want me? Exactly. If they put something bad, like, for example, like, abuse for some reason, or to hurt you, she randomly becomes addicted to pain. Really? I am not lying. It's just like that. Because, like, she just gets so desperate to make you happy that, she turns into a full-on masochist. Which is basically someone addicted to pain, if you don't know. And yeah, if this goes on for too long, then she would basically go insane. Totally. And you may think that the reason she does this is because she's a people pleaser, which, yeah, it's a part of it, but it's also because Rookie was fucking around her programming. Just ruining her. Just ruining her programming. Like a crazy person, because she is canonically insane. Another facts drop. Another fact. So yeah, that was part of her plan to become more powerful than Eglo, which is working, unfortunately. So yeah, activating that is actually a horrible idea, like said in the last sentence. And then another thing, the death of the two brothers. There are two things that happened that are pretty important. The death of the two sisters and the death of the two brothers. I don't know why I keep doing, I don't know why, but I like to do, like, the two siblings dying thing, because, I've already done it 3 times. I know it's kind of a cliche, but I'm still doing it. Just because I like sibling rivalry a lot. Despite the fact that I don't even have siblings IRL. So yeah. This is a long paragraph, so I'm going to cut it into tiny pieces. So basically, you remember Anglo. This was his real name while he was alive. Angelo Halington. And he was absolutely horrible with people. Why did I say she twice? Oh yeah. So, he could barely talk to anyone at all. And his mother was concerned about it, so when her friend told her about the show, she decided to try to get him to watch it. And at first Angelo didn't really care, but then it slowly started to grow on him. And sometimes he watched it with his brother, Norman. That name sound familiar? Yeah, if you don't know what I'm hinting at, just replace the last letter of his name with an X and you get what I mean. One day he stopped watching it because he was starting to get into some other hobbies. And Sandy didn't really like that. So he ended up dying. And actually, for some reason, Norman died. Because remember, he also watched it sometimes. He also watched. So it still counted for her. It's still. And then after she did this, Angelo hated Sandy, and Norman, for some reason, he actually forgave her. For some reason, but I guess it's not completely a bad thing. Guess it's not. But yeah, Angelo's perspective was basically, Sanji betrayed me. I want revenge. And Norman felt bad for her because, well, she was left alone for 2 months straight, and well, you know, being lonely can take a toll on a person, or in this case, an axolotl. But the bad thing is, this is what caused a huge problem between Angelo and Norman, and that's why they are the Anglo and Normax that we have today. So yeah, they ended up hating each other despite how close they used to be while they were alive. So that happened. And then, well, the death of the two sisters, well, you already know, because I brought it up a million times. This has been canon since freaking late August. So yeah, here is some important details. Sandy has like I said, Sandy has a full name. It is long, yes, but it is a full name. And ironically, you guys want to know why I chose July 6, 2016 as the date? The answer. It's because this is what I wanted the date to look like. But I was so stupid when I was making that I didn't realize that June was the 6th month and not July. Basically, I confused the 6th and 7th months. Okay, I should probably not do that ever again. So yeah. That's literally everything I have to say, because it's live stream. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was going to be a lot longer, but it's not. Well, it seems that this is over, so bye-byes.